So good morning, everyone. As John said, I'm George DeCandio, CTO of Broadcom Mainframe Division.
Now you can hear me. And I'm Peter Wassel, and I'm Director of Product Management at Broadcom.
Let's get to our charts. Okay, so in the spirit of the space exploration program, I'd like to spend a few minutes with Peter here celebrating Zowe and looking at what Zowe has done for the mainframe and answer the question, now what, Mission Control?
Zowe is the most exciting innovation on the mainframe of our generation. Zowe has changed the trajectory of the mainframe from an isolated transaction processing system to an integrated platform that's capable of satisfying new and emerging business requirements. As a trusted partner, Broadcom is absolutely committed to the long-term success of the platform. We are all in on aligning its value and the applications and data that run on it as a foundation of your business. Now, we realize that the long-term vitality of the platform is not sustainable if it remains isolated. The mainframe houses critical data and resources that are your competitive advantage if you choose to harness them. The platform can and should take an active role in exploiting these assets. Now, businesses today need to continually reinvent themselves around new customer value and the market opportunity that it creates. In short, businesses need to be more agile to deliver on this value. Now, whether at work or at home, we all expect more from companies that we interact with. And the mainframe application and data play a key role in meeting these expectations. However, the mainframe needs to more seamlessly support new customer value streams, and Zowe is the gateway. By integrating modern DevOps tool chains, by increasing software delivery automation, and by making mainframe resources available programmatically, Zowe facilitates this agile operating model. More importantly, it does this without compromising the core values of the platform. So let's take a deeper look at where we are today.
Thanks, Peter. So it's been 4 years since Zowe's inception. And I think, hopefully you'll agree with me, the progress has been amazing. The core of Zowe has gone from inception to being very strong. The CLI helping with elaborate automations. REST APIs are now supported by multiple popular SDKs. The Visual Studio Code Explorer is ensuring mainframe is right in there with the IDE that everyone wants to use. And of course, the app framework tying it all together. But what's maybe even more impressive is over these 4 years, Zowe has become enterprise strength. Enterprises can now rely on Zowe. The V2 long-term release ensures that Zowe is stable so enterprises can rely on it. The security advancements like SSO and federated identity, they make difficult security tasks doable for our customers. And the expanding library of extensions ensures that the capabilities of Zowe are still growing. And of course, don't forget, there's multiple vendors providing commercial support, Broadcom being one of them. But Zowe's not resting on its laurels. It's continuing to innovate. One great example of that is the new Zowe Chat Incubator. If you look at this, think about it. It's mainframe applications being able to be accessed through chat. Chat clients like Slack and Microsoft Teams. The same way you do with modern applications. You can now do it with the mainframe. This is all accomplished in just a few years by an open, vibrant, open source community, mainframe open source community. Think about just how far we've come. 6 million lines of code, 6 million lines of open source code, contributors, hundreds of them, across organizations, many of them competitors. across roles, developers, architects, security specialists, tech writers, all coming together in a mainframe open community. And Broadcom has helped foster this and been a leader since the beginning, and our commitment, I guarantee you, is not wavering. Zowe is the center of our open first, modernize in place strategy. And we remain committed to opening up our products with Zowe, CLI, and API. To date, we've opened up 23 of our products with V2 conformance support. These are products like our databases, our security products, AIOps products, not to mention Endeavor. But we know that just opening APIs and putting them out in open source, making them available in Brightside, it's not enough. We have to make sure that customers are adopting this and getting value out of it. So we've been working closely with customers, as many of you have, initially trying to get it set up in some simple use cases like automating code scans or doing systematic code reviews, stuff like that. But as time has gone on, we've been able to work with them on more sophisticated DevOps automations. And recently, we published those automations in what we're calling a modernization roadmap. These are 15 DevOps use cases, most of them which are enabled by Zowe. Peter?
I think it's you again.
Oh, sorry, this is me. That's getting carried away. So, as John mentioned yesterday, and I'm sure all of you know, Zowe is an award winner. It's won the best DevOps mainframe solution for the second time, I believe. And it's been a very significant accomplishment because it was selected over some very powerhouse commercial offerings from some very big mainframe vendors. This is a big win for the open community approach to developing the software. And it's happening on mainframe now. And I think it's really a true sign of the times. So now,
So now what, Mission Control? So we've seen DevOps emerge as the proving ground for Zowe, but we realize that there's many more ways that teams can leverage the Zowe framework. Zowe opens up a universe of possibilities to reduce friction, to integrate with hybrid cloud, and to innovate. So we're going to take a look at some of the use cases that go beyond DevOps.
The first use case I want to talk about is AIOps. So in Broadcom, we have a pretty expansive AIOps capability. And when a system programmer has a production problem, our tools show them a sea of red, right? They see alerts in every tool, and they're not really sure what to look at first or how to find the root cause of the problem. We've been trying to solve this with a capability we're calling Alert Central, which brings together all this data from diverse tools into a single dashboard view that the operators can look at. Well, this is where Zowe comes in. Our products are leveraging Zowe to open up conformant API, and Alert Central is able to pull data from all of those products. And API ML, API mediation layer, plays a very important role here. It not only centralizes these APIs, but it provides us with single sign-on capability. So when someone logging into Alert Central doesn't have to enter credentials for all the different systems we're pulling data from. This is a huge savings to us, and we're leveraging it to our commercial advantage, which is what Zowe's all about, bringing value to vendors and customers.
All right, using one of our Broadcom Zowe CLI extensions, mainframe developers are able to provision DB2 schemas self-serve as they prepare their development and test environments. This capability shifts database administration to the left, and it reduces the dependency on database administrators while it accelerates delivery. This frees up database administrators to go focus on higher priority activities.
Security. Zowe is being used in the security domain as well. Recently, we've worked with a large bank who was trying to automate their whole enterprise onboarding process, the mainframe bits, but also the non-mainframe bits. We worked with them for the mainframe parts, which were mainly creating user IDs and assigning ESM access based on organization and role of the employee. Really a fairly easy task for Zowe, but we were able to integrate that into their larger full enterprise scripts. And frankly, the security admins that were not familiar with mainframe, they were surprised at how easy it was to access the mainframe via Zowe, the same way they do any other platform. So it was a big win.
Our Broadcom CA7 workload automation solution provides a comprehensive set of Zowe-conformant APIs that help with mainframe automating mainframe operations like job scheduling. This opens up a number of use cases, for example, integrating the mainframe with change management solutions, automating the preparation of development and test environments, and integrating the mainframe into continuous delivery pipelines. Now, these are just some examples. There's much larger scenarios on the horizon, like SRE and GitOps, but we all realize that the sky is the limit.
So I hope these use cases have given you sort of a flavor that open first means the freedom to do it yourself. You can find an opportunity and you can seize it. Zowe empowers this based on your needs and priorities. It's not a prescriptive solution. It enables agilely embracing new ways of working, and while preserving, of course, the core values of the mainframe. It allows your teams to deliver faster and with increased business value. And Broadcom's committed to helping you adopt Zowe. With our Brightside offering, we're not only supporting all of Zowe, but giving you access to early innovations quicker.
So I think this quote says it all. It's from Grace Hopper, who many of you already realize is a legend from the early days of computing. Now, this quote is almost 50 years old at this point, but I think it's as relevant today as it ever has been. Let's use this as our inspiration. Don't accept the status quo. Find ways to eliminate blockers in providing that new customer value. Let's challenge each other within the community. Explore new ways of working. Think bigger. Let's continue to reimagine the platform and its role in the agile enterprise. What are the next 4 years going to bring for Zowe and the mainframe platform? One thing is certainly clear. Houston, we have a solution. Thanks, everybody. Enjoy the rest of the summit.